Welcome to my thoughts on business. As I grow the business, as I learn different things, different aspects. And this video is going to be my most potent one. This is day one, right? I want to come in and start talking about lessons I learned. This is for the channel, no doubt, but this is also for myself, so I can start reflecting. I understand that I have to reflect more, think about it more, and process. A lot of times I just execute, and I let things, I review. I do have my plan, execute, review, but I also don't express it enough, right? And I just said, all right, let me do these two things at one time. So it's the channel. So this video right here is a video, I guess is the catch-up video. As you know, on my channel, what are we doing on here? Interviews, talking to my man, Javon, that's my brother right there. And we're just actually talking about business, right? As Black men, what do we need to do? How do we actually execute? How do we be leaders in our businesses, in our community? What is business? What's our thoughts on businesses? What are the tactics, skills? There's everything about business, right? But not just the actual execution of it, but the actual strategy behind it. What is the moral obligation? How should you run it? When is it not just being selfish? When is it not just being for you? Because my main thing is that business is not a thing to help me get away or to just make a whole bunch of money so I can live a normal life or live the life of my fantasies, right? Or I should say the life of my desires, because my fantasy is to be that my people are free. My people have their resources. My people can make decisions for themselves, and that we don't have any outsiders who can dictate to us. So that is my fantasy, right? But a business that caters to my desires, a business that allows me to get all this money so I can have my base desires fulfilled. That's not my dream. All right. So starting back, this video right here is, so if you don't know, I did 20 years, right? Did 20 years in prison for an armed robbery. What did I rob? A store, a gas station, right? It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was dumb. We were out. It doesn't even matter, to you truth, the story, the backstory, whatever happened, right? We robbed it, got 20 years, got nothing, right? But because every time I think about it, I'm like, yo, you throwed your life away. But then I also understand that the Most High is in control of everything. So it was for a purpose. Did 20 years, came home, made a promise to myself that I'd be disciplined, dedicated. And this is my dedication. I get up, I go to work, I execute. We're building this thing out. Blessed to have the most wonderful mother in the world. She came in, gave me opportunity, and I'm just taking advantage of that she said, yo, you know what, Clive? Let's build this business together, right? And we've been building it together. It's doing pretty well. Now she runs it, her team runs it. My main function in the business is just as a consultant. That is, I'm not even working for the business anymore. My main thing right now is helping other cleaning business owners grow their business, scale their business, implement systems into their business. So it's been a great ride, a great journey. And then of course the third thing is to buy other cleaning businesses. That's my goal next, right? I haven't done it yet, but I'm in the process, reviewing, trying to reach out, get other people to buy it and to buy their cleaning business. I say all that to just give the backstory through the channel. I don't know how it works. I may give the backstory. This is a work in progress as we grow it. Now, I have that understanding of that. What is the main thing that I'm trying to do with this videos is to have them about five minutes, hopefully less, or to talk about what I learned, a lesson for that day. What was I thinking about? Because every day I'm thinking about business. That's my main thing. I tell people I have two passions, business and liberation, right? And liberation is my real passion. Business is just a passion to get to liberation, right? I just feel like that's my part of the vehicle. That's what God has put in me. So this video is because I think the number one thing that I've learned, right? What's held me back, right? I've been home 4 years now, And the number one thing that's held me back has been a lack of focus, right? A lack of focus. And I feel like I've had a revelation, man. Like, yo, it's been like a revelation, to tell you the truth, real talk. Like, the revelation has been that to focus on the cleaning business. So when I came home, you know, everybody who knows me, they say I'm very boring. I go to bed, I wake up, I go to work, right? I go to bed, I go out once in a while. And when I say I go out, like, somebody has to be like, hey, let's go out, right? Once in a while is like once every 4 or 5, 6 months, right? That's once in a while, like, real talk. Like, if I'm going to an event, it's because it's about somebody talking some positive, uplifting, liberation talk, right? That's my thing. So the lack of focus was that I was good at business, right? Because we came in, we ramped this thing up. Listen, fam, I ain't had no other job but this cleaning business, right? That was it. I haven't had nothing else where I was like doing something else, where I went and worked for somebody else and for under their payroll. Never happened, right? So at that time, the business went all quick, right? We was feeding everybody was eating, that was it. You know what I'm saying? Mom, she don't do nothing else but the cleaning business, right? We all live from the cleaning business. And that happened quickly. Now, no doubt I was getting a meager salary when I came home. I was sacrificing. I lived in the basement, everything, right? You know what I'm saying? Under my mom's roof, all that. Now, I got good, right? People were like, oh, I was talking business. Everybody who know me, they'd be like, yo, you talking about business all day. That's what I talk. I'll sit down and have 2-3 hour conversations. Business liberation. How does business help liberation, right? What is liberation? How do we go back to business, right? So that's my conversation every day. And people would hire me. Hey, can you help me with my business? And I was going to help people. I've helped tax people who do real estate. I've helped people who do everything, right? Who do a whole bunch of, I'm gonna name them: taxes, real estate. I've helped people with concerts. I've helped people with concerts. I've helped people with virtual assistant businesses. And you know, I keep going on and on, right? So that was the whole process. I've helped so many businesses. That was the whole process, helping these businesses. So I was getting money with that, right? No doubt. People were paying me good change with that, right? You know, thousands to come and put systems in their business. We were working hard in it. And I can't lie, like, I would do good, but I didn't do great. And I was frustrated because I was working all night. Like, I'd have to learn, like, you get in the real estate business and you trying to build systems for them. You got to learn the real estate business. Like, why does a lead come through, and what do you say to a lead, and how's that autoresponder working to that lead, right? What's the process? How do you actually execute when you're dealing with that, with the real estate, so let's say you're taking with a lead, and how do you respond to that lead? What happens if you don't catch the phone call, right? Do you have an autoresponder for that? If somebody signs a document, how do they sign that document and you get a notification, right? How fast do you have to respond back? Do you want a reminder if you don't respond back in an hour? And these were all things that you had to think about. Because I didn't know that process, it was something that I had to learn. I had to keep asking them, and I had to keep saying, hey, what do you do? How do you do it? And learning all of these businesses was very hectic. It wasn't in the end of the day, worth the money, because I was working 60, 70, 80 hours a week learning the business, right? Learning about taxes, learning the tax business, the business of taxes, right? We always talk about the business of cleaning, but the business of taxes, right? The business of real estate. And to learn all those things in different genres was very difficult. I'm not saying it was worth it. It was like, hey, it was great to learn. I learned a lot of things. I learned a lot of lingo. Now I can talk to different people, but it wasn't to the point where it was like, okay, Clive, you're able to learn the business you're able to learn these things, but is it duplicatable, right? And then you're not in that business every day, so things change. You don't have 10, 20, 50 case studies, or you're not working at it every day, so you know every nuance. So when I came to this conclusion and said, and I would hear people say, yo, you need to niche down. And I'd be like, niche down? I ain't doing no niche. I'm here. My man used to be like, yo, the whole hood needs you. And he would always say that because I would talk about systems, right? I'd be like, yo, you need to have these systems in place. Let's do this. You need to be a CEO. You need to actually execute like this. You have to have your calendar. So he would always say, right? Shout out to my man, Poetics. I need to go follow him. And family business. You already know. Make sure y'all check the family business out. That's my man's right there. He don't play. But talking about this, having this up there and saying that we want to be able to actually be focused. How are we focused now? And I know this is a rambling video. These videos are going to be rambling videos because I'm going to be talking. These videos, you'll have the produced videos, the topic videos, the implementation video, but these are my rambling videos. These are more for me than for anybody else, man. You know what I'm saying? So, if you feel like yo, son, rambling, yeah, I'm rambling. Because I'm really just thinking about this whole process, right? And I'm going through it. So don't get thrown off. It's not a coherent thought because I'm talking to myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to myself, and I promise myself no editing, no nothing. I'm just throwing it up on the disc. I'm not doing nothing else with it. Focused, right? You have to be focused on one thing. Be great at it. Even in my cleaning business, I was like, yo, why are we trying to do anything else? Let's get great at this. Have we maxed out all of our lead sources? Have we maxed out our area of residence? Have we maxed out what we do? We haven't. So until we get great, why go after something else? The hardest part in business, right? The hardest part in business is that first part when you get product market fit, going to get some customers. That somebody won't even buy what you got. That's the hardest part. Can you clean good, right? Do people want you in their house? Right? Are you a painter? Can you paint good? Can 10 people say that, yo, you paint their house? People refer you. Now, once you got that, now we get to the next level. Now we start talking about systems. Now we start talking about lead generation, right? Getting reviews and all of that. But if you keep starting from square one, where you're like, well, now I'm doing, I was painting, but now I'm doing remote, I'm doing roofing. People gotta be like, well, can you do roofing? Yeah. Based on what? Well, I paint too, but that doesn't have nothing to do with roofing, fam. But if you can show you got 10 roofs under your belt, right? Then people gonna be like, oh yeah, they're a roofer. So that came back to the systems part. Because all this time I was like, why am I not selling systems to cleaning business owners? And first is that because I was in a space and I was learning all the time and I did it all the time, I didn't really realize it because people were just hitting me with, yo, you know what? I see these people who are selling the same thing. I'm like, man, I ain't got what they got. Man, they better than me. And it wasn't until I bought somebody program, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no names, but just somebody high level program for cleaning. I bought their program and I was like, what is this? It was, 3,000 and it was rudimentary. Like it was very basic. Now I understand that the system is made because most cleaning business owners are not meant for, they don't want, complex systems. And even when you're dealing with systems, you don't want anything complex. You want something simple that you can use. But I thought it was simplistic, not simple. And the difference is just that, hey, it was easy, simple. You could follow it along, but I didn't think that they really could execute and get everything done that you could do, right? It wasn't for me. And I started, so now over the past few months, right, we've gotten focused, right? And that's been my thing. Like, how do I one, stay focused on this and sell out this niche right here? Just sell it out to these customers. Just focus on that every day. Focus on the cleaning business every day. At first, my plan was to say, I'm gonna focus cleaning online and then offline, I would talk to anybody. No, that didn't even work. Because my mind was split. Because I was still getting clients. Like I had that strategy. I was like, yo, you know what? Offline, because where am I gonna go see cleaning owners offline? Where do I go see them at, right? And it was like, and I would have to go out. But if I just went out in Atlanta and I just said, yo, you know what? I'm going to go to an event. I'd meet all kind of business owners, right? And I'd be like, yo, you know, I can do marketing, systems, whatever you need. That's a lot easier to sell, right? But when you get those clients, they hard. Their head is hard because you have to know their business. You have to know their business because they're going to have questions. You like, man, there's software problems to solve, solutions to solve. If you don't know the answer to those solutions, what kind of CRM should they be using, right? What's the different CRM for their niche? These were the questions I had to ask. So anyways, I was just asking all these things, and I'll just say that the number one thing that this is my first video, and it's the most important thing, is to be focused, narrow down, and be great. Mile deep, inch wide. Mile deep, an inch wide. I promise you, if you just become the master and say, yo, I'm known, what are you known for? Yo, I'm Clive the cleaning guy, fam. Yo, I'm Dave the mortgage person, or Rich the real estate guy, right? You know what I'm saying? Or Linda the eyelash lady, right? But even and the deeper you can get, the better you can get. Word up. I seen this lady, she sell clean, and I was like, and I was impressed. I said that she does how to build a 6-figure cleaning company using government contracts, right? She got real specific. She was like, yo, 6-figure cleaning company, build it from the scratch to 6 figures. So if you ain't 6 figures yet, this is where for you. And we using government contracts, not commercial cleaning, right? And then I seen another lady, she was like, no, I got this. You want to build a 6-figure business using vacation rental homes, just doing vacation rentals. So there's a market out there to niche down and get money with just doing that. And that's what I've seen, right? So anyways, that's my video, man. You know, these are just my thoughts, man. Well, he said, these are just my thoughts, right? And I'm gonna be coming in here every day, going on my thoughts, staying focused, making sure I get it. But I would love to hear as I go through these thoughts, you know, if you know, ideas, because each one teach one. And I'm learning, I'm trying, and no doubt I'm imparting the lessons I've learned on this channel. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what me and my brother are doing. But I also know that I don't know everything. I also know there's a long way to go. I also know there's so much more to learn and implement and get better at, right? That I love to hear what you guys have to think about things too. You know what I mean? So if I could learn from you too, I'll be grateful, right? Connect with me on IG, Black Business Warrior. All right. Y'all stay focused, stay blessed, man. See you on the next one. Peace.